Welcome back, everyone. We're back again with Boston United on our journey through Premier League football and beyond. In the last episode, we played against Hertha and Brighton, where we lost 1-0 to Hertha and got knocked out of the Champions League. I believe now Hertha are actually in the final. If I go back to their schedule, yeah, they knocked out Benfica, and so now they're going to be playing Man United in the final. Actually, Man United could do the treble this season. Let's say they've done the double with the league and the cup at the start of the season. What's it called? Basically, that trophy doesn't really count for anything. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. But yeah, since those last two games, we've actually done pretty decent. I would have preferred maybe 3 wins out of 3, but we ended up getting a 3-all draw against Huddersfield, which is pretty poor. Cause we went 3-0 ahead? 3-1 ahead, and then they came back into the game 3-all, and it was so frustrating. We tried defending for our lives, but I ended up changing the formation a tiny bit. I made us play a 4-2-3-1. No, not 4-2-3-1, a 4-1-2-1-2. Just some of our wingers were a bit knackered. It doesn't show it here. I don't know why they're showing all fit here, but Rion picked up a calf strain. Same with a Borner. They both had calf strains. I think it was a calf strain or some muscular strain, and they were on about 60-70%. I don't know why it's 100% here, but I don't know, maybe it's just showing off what their fitness is now, but it usually doesn't. I'm confused. But yeah, we played the Diamonds, just trying to capitalize on it, because we were also down a winger because what's his name, Salenve got himself sent off in one of the previous league games, and he was out for about 3 games, which is bloody annoying, considering we didn't have any other players who can play on the right wing. It's a bit annoying. Then went to Stoke, bet them 5-1, which was great. Arp got a brace, Sikora scored, Nathan Trott had an own goal, and Hilarme came on and got a consolation goal of sorts. Then we went to Watford, bet them 3-0. Salenve started this one. He came back from his suspension. Boateng opened the scoring. Salenve got a second, and then Hilarme finished the game up with a third, just to kind of seal the game. Since then, we are currently in 5th. We can't get any lower than 5th, and we could potentially move into a top place if we beat Tottenham. Was it 6-0? It's unlikely, but not impossible. And Man City need to lose. So if they lose like 2 or 3-0, that'd be actually swell. I doubt they will. I think they're playing someone not too difficult. Yeah, they're playing Brighton. They're going to win that. They're probably going to win that 3 or 4-0. So yeah, I assume we're probably 5th is probably our max at the moment, so we can't really go any lower than this. We're currently 9 points ahead of Tottenham, so we can't even be caught by them. So 5th is not too bad in all consideration. I was hoping maybe we get in the top 4, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But let's get into this. We're going to be running a 4-2-3-1. Arp up top. Bring this over a bit. Nope. Arp up top, Rion, Boateng, Borner. I suppose it's easier if I do it here. Simic at CDM, or not CDM, defensive deep lying playmaker. Hilarme at centre mid attacking. Janssen, Shaw, Marino, Navarro, and Fructal in goal. Bloody phone's going off. Best muted. Don't know who's fucking messaging at this hour tonight. Yeah. Keeping this game, I would like to start Zimmerman, but he's only at 68 or 76%. I might start him in the Arsenal game if he's fit enough, but he'll probably come on in the second half at some stage. But anyways, let's get into this game and see if we can do a number here. I was considering starting Gibbs, but whenever I played him on the right wing, he just hasn't played well. Borner at least offers pace and his free kick ability. Although I prefer Boateng on free kicks, but he can sometimes still do a job. A good run if we're not really go out there and impress me. Yeah, that'd be ideal. If we get a result here, that'd be pretty sweet. Although Tottenham's team, I'm surprised, is lower than us. They actually pretty. Yeah, Max McCarron, he's for in terms of fitness, like they recommend him to like 20 minutes. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll start him for the game and take him off before first half, just so I get someone else play the entirety of the game. And as per usual, we've been hitting the post left and right consistently, which is getting frustrating as all hell. The team has not been doing too bad. Also, in terms of transfers, I know I was mentioning in the last episode, but I kind of narrowed down on who I want to offload and where I want to take this team to. Probably going to offload, definitely going to offload Fructal, probably, possibly Matos, possibly Karen. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking we could probably get a better player. We're consistently getting offers for him, and I could probably get upwards of 20 million for him. So if we can get 20, 25 million for him, I'll probably sell him. We'll sell. I think we'll keep Simic. We're definitely keeping Simic. We're definitely keeping Harper. I might offload one of the center mids, maybe Hagnew, but Hagnew does offer to the team with his homegrown qualities. But keeping Boateng, he's just phenomenal. In the last 2 seasons, he's scored like something like 32 goals already, which is ridiculous coming from Cam. Strikers are fine. We'll probably offload Gibbs. We're getting rid of a few players whose contracts are running up, like Dickinson and a few others. But if we could sell Matos, maybe Karen, Zimmerman, maybe Borner if we get a good offer for him. Possibly Salenve if we got a good offer for him. Like if we got maybe 30 million, 35 million for Salenve, I would consider it. Just because I might be able to get like a 4 or 5 star level right winger at that price, maybe someone a bit older, and we could see if we can get someone who could come in and just do bits for us. It's unlikely, I know, but you never know, something could come out of nothing. Rian's going to be a starting left mid next season. We're going to be getting a new left back, a new centre back, new goalkeeper, possibly new goalkeeper, I'm not sure on Fructal. He's been doing okay, but I think we need to step up, and hopefully the board give us enough money, because we do have 60 million in the bank in terms of that we have, and we made, and at the start of the season they kind of fucked us, but we paid off all the debts already. I'm reading with a third already. Jesus, we could actually we could score more than 6 in this game. Jesus, but what do you call it? Brain's gone dead. Yeah, so I want to improve the squad exponentially. Like, I don't mind getting some older players in. Before, I was more hesitant on getting around the 23s and 24s, but if we can get like a top level left back who's maybe 31, 32, who will just do an impact for us next season, I'd be willing to do that, because it's our last season and we want to go on a high note, because regardless whatever happens next season, we're finishing this this story, because I think at that stage it will be 11 years with the club or something like that. So I figured that might be a good point, or a good ending point for the Boston story. On lads, don't let them score. Good man, Fructal. He's actually had a pretty good season since Ian's left. We might just hold on to him because he was a bargain and a half. But I think we got him for something like 4 or 5 million. Jesus, 4-0. I swear, if we score like 7 or 8-0 here, this would be ridiculous. And if Man City lose, that would be fucking hysterical. Sandro Borner. That is surprising. Jesus, these two are actually having an absolute game and a half. We've been having difficulties getting in behind some of the weaker defenses, but for whatever reason, we're just demolishing them, and they're not even playing Ryan, and he's not even on their bench. Mavogu. What the fuck? Why the fuck are they playing him and they have Ryan? Is Ryan injured? Maybe he is. Not sure. Don't score. Oh, Fructal with the triple saves there. Jesus, he made some back-to-back saves there. In fairness to him, he's not great at free kicks, but he's been fairly prolific in front of goal. Jeez, their goalkeeper is having an absolute mare. I tell the team to focus on the left back as well, or the right back even. He has been performing fairly poor, and he's their main provider. So we'll press him a bit more. he's likely to give up possession, and the same with the left back. He's in a similar vein of form. CDM, and yeah, we'll press all three of these guys. Get their defense to collapse a bit, put Boateng on the CDM and just cause him Michael, or cause, I just saw his name was Michael, and they said cause him Michaels. No, cause him problems. 4-0. Balls. Man City are winning 2-0. Come on, Brighton. Come back and win and draw or something. No, they can't draw, they have to win. Very happy. I think they're going to keep it up. Okay, not bad. 4-0. First half is not bad at all. Hopefully they don't do what we did to them 2 seasons ago, where we came back from a 4, and I think we went 3-1 down or 4-1 down, and we came back to draw 4-all in like the last 5-10 minutes of the game. Absolute bonkers. Our not excluding the striker, but the front three have been scoring lots of goals. It's just striker hasn't been as prolific. Even though Arp's gotten like 14 goals in something like 20 games, is ridiculous. Come on, lads, get us a 5th here. We'll go on, Arp. Go on. Good man yourself. 15th goal of the season, and another assist for Rion. Is that his 2nd or 3rd in the game already? Lovely little ball, and geez, that I think that was the right mid. Made an absolute mess of it. Yeah, 2 assists for himself and a goal. Absolutely having a blinder of a game. I was expecting a really rough. How have they not made a change in defense yet? Jesus, that is actually surprising. Okay, we'll keep an eye on Simic. We might bring on Brookhart if he's get a bit fatigued. Maybe even Hagnew, actually. He's been playing pretty well. He scored a brace against, I think it was Watford. Might have been Watford. Or, no, Huddersfield, actually. Huddersfield. Both absolute bangers from like 35 yards out. Good man, Fuchtel with another save. Let's see if he can keep a clean sheet. 71 minutes. Okay, let's pressurize them. I'm starting to think that maybe they just put out like a fucking 2nd string squad or something. That sucks. Nick Campion, 28 goals. Jesus. Like their front three, or their front line seems like a good team. It's just the back line just seems atrocious. Maybe just look into it a bit more. Dragoon, 31 million. No, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's also pretty good. Okay, he's a bit. Well, he seems pretty decent. He's just 20. Make a quick change. We'll bring on Hagnew for Simic, and I think we'll bring on Zimmerman for Borner. I know it's probably not what everyone wants, but I want to give him some football just so we can blood him back into the team. And same for Karen, actually. We'll throw him on for Marino. And just try to build up some match fitness for the cup final. Maybe we can start them or give them some games then. But still, doing pretty well here. Zimmerman out to Boateng. 5-1, Jesus Christ. And Zimmerman with his possibly last start in a Boston United jersey in the league. A very good pass. He's, in fairness to him, like he has been a very prolific player for us, where he gets important goals. He kind of reminds me of David Beckham in a sense, where like if the team isn't scoring, he'll pop up now and again with the goal, to either maybe start off the scoring or just get the equalizer or get that important goal to win us the game. Stuff like that. Especially when it was the 99 season where David Beckham did that the whole time. Well, not the whole time, because he only got, I think it was something like 9 goals and like 11 assists, which is crazy for that season. 6-1, I thought it was 5-1. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Jesus Christ, 6-1 on the final day of the season. That's the kind of form you want going into a cup final, especially against their rival who were not as good as them. 75. That's a shame. We could have got over them. Boateng on form, 2 goals. We're superb for the goal. Keep it up. 37.85 million. Jesus, that is not bad. pretty decent as well, actually. But we don't need a right back. We just need a left back. Well, maybe we could buy a right back and play him a left back and just do some damage. But yeah, so I guess we'll hop ahead now to the cup final and see if we can get another bit of silverware under our belt before we end the season. Alright, I'll see you guys in a moment. Welcome back. We're back again for the Arsenal game. For whatever reason, I thought we'd be home, but as in like the home side rather than the away side, but I suppose it doesn't matter, we're both neutrals in this game. But yeah, so unfortunately, since we last met, Shaw is another player who's now gotten injured, and he's going to be missing the cup final, so that really sucks because he's been probably our best defender for the last, I'd say, 3 months. So we're going to have to put Matos back into the mix and give him a start. Karen's almost there, but he feels like he's lost a bit about him, so we might just drop him for today, or not drop him, but just not start him. Maybe bring him on in the second later half of the game if we need to. Start the same team as per the last game. Borner, Prince Boateng, Grion, Arp, Hilerme, Simic, Navarro, Marino, Matos obviously change, Jensen and Fruchtel. We have Zimmerman on the bench. He's coming back to full fitness, but he's only recommended for about 45 minutes. Hagenew's there, Brookhart, Gibbs. I've also brought Gibbs on since Shaw got injured. This is probably going to be Gibbs' last involvement with the team because he's probably one of the players I'm looking to offload it in the summer. He's on a lot of money. He's on like 50 grand, so I think it's just time to offload him. He hasn't really given back to the club in a long time. Like, we'll just double check the last time he scored a goal was. I'm pretty sure it was at least 3 seasons ago. Like, he scored like non-competitive games and stuff, but like he hasn't scored anything in the league. I thought he had more starts in the league, but whatever. Yeah, it's been 3 seasons, and he got 2 goals that season, and he didn't play a whole lot. 10 the season before, but he was kind of a bit part kind of player. He's kept kind of falling away. I think just he's definitely a championship level player, and I think he's suited for that perfectly. Or championship or League One, he is an absolute gold machine for that level. But I don't think he'll cut the mustard at this level. So it's probably just best for his career to move him on, and there's some other players that we want to as well. But yeah, let's get into this and see if we can get ourselves to the FA Cup. Probably more than likely we'll get battered and get knocked out of another cup final. I'd love to add a final trophy to the cabinet, or at least this trophy. But I think we can do it. I believe in the team. Been a good run lately. Go out there and yeah, we hold them after last time. I think they bet us 2-1, and it was beyond me how they won. Like, I think we had something like 25 shots and they had 6, and we lost 2-1. Classic FM, but I think we can probably do them in this kind of game. You already had a shot, so that's important. See if we can kind of come out in this game and just guns blazing and just score as many goals as possible. We smashed our arch rivals 6-1, so hopefully we can do a similar outcome to them. Although I find their team, maybe they've put out a better, I think they put out definitely a better goalkeeper, so that could be the reason why Tottenham just had issues. But Tottenham, I don't know what went on with them. If that was their first choice keeper and they just wanted to give him a final hurrah before he retired, or maybe they moved him on, but it was strange all the same. But yeah, we're getting shots on target, which is the main thing. See if we can get creative, tell the team to get creative, kind of get them to get inspired and whatnot, just because I saw their team was starting to look a bit more energetic and inspired and fired up, which is not at all what we want. They could cause us problems if we let them get ahead of themselves. So hopefully now they don't come ahead and score a goal or anything. Probably will. Fruchtel with a good interception. Out to Borner. Played it up to Boateng. Play him through. Good man, Arp. Jeez, that was some move. Straight from the goalkeeper out to the winger, into Boateng, and then finally into Arp. That was a movement and a half. Very fluid. Very good through ball from Arp. Or not Arp, from Boateng. A nice little composed finish from Arp. Jeez, bloody standing in half. If we had him at the start of the season, he'd easily be on 30 plus goals already. Because sure, he's on 16 now. We got him in January, and He missed his first goal in his start, and then he was out. I think he's missed a month as well, which is ridiculous. Out to Borner, play back in. Go on, Arp. Go fucking on. Could we have another 6-1 on our hands? Jesus Christ. Arp with a brace. He was quiet last game, and now he's making all up for it now in the cup final, which is all important. Ooh, lovely. In off the right foot. He just kind of toe poked it in as well. Beautiful goal. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jeez, both those goals just popped up. It's like goal, goal. I suppose they were in the space of like 30 seconds of each other. Good save by Fructal. He tends not to be pretty good at free kicks, so I'm surprised he kept that out. Cedric Villard down. He can really make do some damage. He's a left winger. French. I'm looking at a potential backup left wing option, but I suppose going for a starter for an Arsenal is probably not the best idea. I suppose there's some good players in around maybe Bundesliga or even Championship, because we need to look at English players, I suppose, is the main thing. Because I'm going to be offloading a lot of players and looking to bring in some quality ones that aren't going to be English per se, so we need to up our numbers again to just solidify the backbone of this team. On Jensen, go towards the ball, out to Navarro, Rion. Oh, hit the bloody post. Oh, it's so typical of this team. Oh, it should be 3-0. It should be bloody 3-0. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. But I think we should be fine. 2 minutes out of time. Into the second half we go. Very happy with things are going. Keep it up. Maybe I should have said this is don't let your heads drop and think that you've won it yet, but regardless, I think the team's smart enough to know not to do that. Up to Rion. Oh, good man, Arp going for that connection after Rion. 3-0. Jeez, Rion's absolutely having a blinder of 2 games. We just stopped playing 4-2-3-1 for a while, and I don't know why we stopped. I think maybe teams are just figuring this out, but we've gone back to it and we're absolutely demolishing teams. We probably could have had a better run up to it, maybe if we changed a bit earlier. Maybe got to capitalize against what do you call it? I'm blanking on the team, Hertha. Maybe we could have bet them if we changed it to a 4-2-3-1. But well, we can only look back and wonder. At least now we could maybe guarantee ourselves a FA Cup final. Hopefully not jinxing it. For if we go 4-0 down or concede 4, I'm gonna go ballistic. Kovacic, keep it out. Good man yourself. Who's 29? Oh, Borner. He's going up in the wing. Played in. Played again, Arp. Out to Boateng. Ooh, that could have been a lovely goal. But the team is working beautifully well again. Matos. Borner. Ooh, curling in from range. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, we'll keep an eye on Simic, but we'll probably make a change soon. Borner's, surprisingly, he's played pretty well, but he's only a 7.0. Okay. Keep an eye on Simic anyways. Okay, we'll wait till about 75 minutes and we'll make our changes. I think we'll probably bring on Zimmerman, Hagnew probably. Fucking Simic got himself sent off. For fuck's sake, I should have taken him off earlier. Boateng's done a fucking good game as well, so I can't risk taking him off. But I have to. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Jesus Christ, do not cost us this fucking game now. Warner. Okay, we'll bring on Hagnew, I guess. Throw in Zimmerman as well, just for that sheer pace up front. And those will be the only 2 for the moment. And if needs be, we can make a change at the back. And we'll go cautious as well. Team instruction. I think we're playing a quite high line, yeah, so we might drop this back just a tad bit. Just so we have some room to drop back. I know it says it's still quite high, but we play with quite pacey centre backs and full backs, so it's not too much of a concern for us. And if we keep them pushed up, even if we play counter, that means we'll just win the ball back and hit them as hard as we can. We've gone defensive. I don't want to go defensive. Keep it cautious just to see this game out. And we hit 78 minutes. Oh, the question is, do we bring on Gibbs or do we bring on a defender? I would have brought on Gibbs if fucking Simic didn't get himself sent off, but shit. These are the things. Because I'm leaving Harp on. He's the potential of getting a hat trick. We're leaving Rion on because he's probably our best creative player out there. But you know what? We'll bring on Karen, I think, just to keep everyone ticking out there. Because you never know, something could come out of this, and we want to stay relatively composed. Bring him on, and we concede. Lovely. Was that his man as well? Esposito. And that was their substitute they just brought on. He instantly scored. We brought on a centre back, and he instantly didn't stay composed. But go defensive. Hopefully we don't concede. 3-1 victories in the FA Cup. Woohoo! I know I'm not as energetic, but it's quite late, so I don't want to yell and scream and all of that jazz. But yeah, it's not too bad of a season winning the FA Cup. I know probably wasn't ideal. I'm happier with the FA Cups and getting 4th place in all honesty, just to add some more silverware to the collection, even though we get more money if we got to the quarterfinals, if we got to the Champions League qualifiers, just because we get so much money out of it, which I suppose we don't really need to do. Oh, we got Cup Glory for winning a top division trophy. Not bad. I thought I did this with Man United my season career. Maybe it was Carabao Cup. Not too sure. But 2.23 million, not a whole lot. Simic is banned. Just issue a warning. Confirm. Praised by the Boston United supporters. Board are very happy with the win. Harp impresses for Boston United. He has been an absolute signing. Hart spotted at Wembley. Also, I forgot to mention, I meant to bring this up before we started the game, but just a funny little tidbit. Leicester got relegated, but the funniest part is they made a massive transfer in signing Ponzio for 40 million, and he scored them 4 goals. 4 goals in something like 33, 34 games, which is ridiculous. But the surprising thing is, he has a better goal return than Alexis Sanchez does for United, which is horrifying. But since they're getting relegated, there's a few other players I'm actually scouting. Like this Evaristo guy, he doesn't seem too bad. Heading's a bit okay. Passing's not amazing, but he does look pretty decent. Maybe 3-star player. Could do a decent job. Maybe get him on the cheap. And there's also this Jesus Molinero, 25-year-old, valued at 6.75. I'm looking at him, and he looks pretty decent to me. Maybe his bravery's a bit low, his composure's a bit low, but I see a pretty decent, well-rounded player. And if we could get him on the cheap, I would instantly sign him up. Especially he's valued at 6.75. Probably go for, it says 2-star there, but I'm not too sure. I'm just looking at him, and like statistically, he looks pretty decent. Maybe it's his low passing and stuff like that, and his technicals. But like, all you want in a defender is to head the ball, mark players, tackle well, and maybe distribute it if needs be, and have a good first touch. But like all of his stats make up for it, so I'm not sure. And could be a good backup option at left centre back if we decide to offload Karen, bring him in, and maybe make Marino our first team starter. But it looks pretty decent for 6 million. Could be a player we go in for, or maybe someone else. But I was looking at him; he seems pretty decent. So yeah, actually, we haven't seen our transfer budget yet. Currently, it says 0. Hopefully, it doesn't mean we're going into potential being bought by a club or something, or not bought by a club, bought by a new stakeholder. But we should have a shit ton of money. Like we have, if we go finances, Yeah, we have 94 million in the bank, and we have profit this month of 35 million. But overall, the season is 51 million. Like last season, it was negative 22. It's like we're going for we're safe and secure financially, and wages wise we're fine. We're going to be offloading a lot of players and probably have another influx of cash of about, I'd say probably 80 million plus. Hopefully, if we get the sales we want. I'm probably going to offload Matos regardless. I'd love to get 50 million for him. If we got in around 50, that would be insane. Probably won't happen. Probably get maybe 40, 45. But if we get some that high, because he's a 3-star, 3.5-star player at best, and if we can get like 5-star evaluation for him, happy days. I'd offload him, sell him straight away. But yeah, so we're going to end the video here. A pretty decent end of the season. I might have liked to finish a bit higher, but I think we could have. But we were injury struck to be unbelievably injury struck. Thankfully, we didn't lose any strikers. Or at least we had at least one main striker available at any one time. But we were injured at left. Like both of our left wingers were injured at one stage. Both of our right wingers were either injured or suspended. Centre mids, we've had to rely on some of our backup players. Centre backs the same. Full backs and right backs have been fairly injury prone. Goalkeeper's been fairly safe, but Jesus Christ, like I'd say we've had 20 injuries, and for like Rian's been injured for at least 3 months this season. Zimmerman's been injured for about 3 to 4. Karen's injured 3 to 4. Arp was injured for about a month and a half. I think Marino picked up an injury. He was out for about a month. Shaw was out for about a month. Matos was out for about a month. Laird's been out for about a month or two. Navarro picked up an injury. He was out for about 4 weeks or a month or so. Harper's been out for about 3 months, 4 months now. Hilarme missed about a month. Simic missed about a month. So like we've had some massive injuries throughout the club, which are like the backbone of our team, which is pretty much our entire team. And we have other players that just make up our numbers. But yeah, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I think hopefully we should offload Deadwood, get some profit in, and just build a team to challenge for everything next season, or at least every competition we're in. I would love to challenge for the Champions League, but I think Europa League is a more realistic goal with the state of the club at what it is at the moment. But yeah, sure, we'll end the video here. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.